I don't want to ask you this, but this is what people want to know.
Okay.
As a company driver at TMC, starting out off the gate because they hired new drivers doing flatbed, what were your paychecks looking like?
$800.
Let's not make it complicated.
I don't want to ask you this, but this is what people want to know.
Okay.
As a company driver at TMC, starting out off the gate because they hired new drivers doing flatbed, what were your paychecks looking like?
About $800 to $1,000. Every now and then, $1,200. But on a good week, you're looking at $800, $900, maybe $1,000.
So the maximum you'd make as a new flatbedder would be
that's a good one.
$4,000 a month.
A month, yeah.
So how long have you been doing this now as a lease op?
Right at almost 3 months.
So your paychecks were somewhere around $3,500 to $4,000 as a company driver for TMC.
Right.
As an owner-operator per se, how much more money have you seen?
It's great because you can make what I made at TMC in a week. You can make in 2 days, 2 loads. This one load right here today that I came to Florida paid way more than it paid, about $1,500 to $1,600 after all expenses.
Really?
So that's more than I made in a whole week at TMC.
Wow. So in 2 days, as an owner-operator, you basically made your paycheck.
Right.
And you're actually home every weekend.
Right. Still home every week. I picked the loads. Like, I picked this load. I didn't want to deal with the winter weather up north, so I decided to come down south. This is my second week coming down south.
Hey, what's going on, everybody? How's everybody doing today? So I'm here with West Living. Now, I'll have a link below so you guys could basically check out his channel because he's starting a YouTube channel now. So just like the title reads, the big question is, 9 months, you went from no CDL to 9 months later, you being an owner-operator.
Right.
Basically, your own routes, your own loads, and making pretty good money.
Right.
So the big question is, how did you go from a CDL with no prior experience to 9 months later being able to be where you are now?
I went into it with the mindset of going to learn from the best, and I feel like TMC was the best. So I learned flatbedding because you can be home every weekend. So I learned flatbedding from TMC. They teach you how to secure the loads properly. It is a dirty work. So if you're just coming into trucking and you don't like to be outside and work with your hands, flatbedding isn't for you. However, if you like to be physical and kind of stay in shape and don't want to just hold a steering wheel or open doors, then flatbedding probably is for you. Okay? So I did that, and then I learned everything I could, and then I researched companies. And this one had a lease purchase where you had to, if you're military, you could have 6 months of experience. So at 6 months, I came on over and got into this program.
Wow.
Yeah.
So you guys hear it firsthand. Basically, we talked earlier, if you basically have military experience with the honorable discharge, right?
Right.
Then that credit from the military will go with the experience that you already had with TMC, the 6 months, counted as a full year, so that you could get into this program.
Right. And if you didn't have military, then I think it's 8 months a year, or to a year. So,
For people out there watching this now that want to get their CDLs, if you have military experience, you can basically be on a faster route.
Right.
But how about for people that do not have military experience? What would you say to those people how to get to where you are now?
I would say go to work for TMC or Melton or some really good flatbed company, and then you can either wait until you have 8 to 9 months and contact a recruiter, or you can come over here and work for someone as a company driver here, but you're working for a fleet owner. But as the fleet owner, you would get to pick your own loads, so it's kind of like being your own boss still, and you're learning the ropes.
Nice. So overall, before I let you go, knowing what you know now, what would you have told yourself, you know?
Good question. This company pays 75% of the load. That's important. And they pay 100% of the fuel surcharge. Why would you want to go to a company that pays you, you know, variable fuel surcharge? We get discounts. I think I paid $2.38 yesterday for diesel in South Carolina, $2.38 a gallon. So we get fuel discounts and a fuel surcharge. So I would tell myself, look for a company that has 100% of the fuel surcharge, 75% of the load, a maintenance. This has a bumper-to-bumper maintenance agreement. So I pay 15 cents a mile, and they cover any major damage, you know, as long as there's no neglect to the truck. So you need a tire, it's paid for.
Nice.
Yeah.
Negativity about trucking. Someone looking at trucking would be a little nervous about it. You would tell them in 2018 that it's still a good time to get in trucking?
I say get in trucking, because when you get your Class A, nobody can take it away from you. Even if they went to anonymous trucks that drive themselves, you're still going to have drivers to navigate through the city. They'll probably have them go to different points. Get your Class A, ride it till the wheels fall off, literally. That's what I would do.
Hey, awesome, man. I appreciate your time. That's what's up, brother.
Word.
Cool.